I make. Gotta be on the thing, cause I say, what? I can't feel my toes, but they gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Bengals are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against the Ravens, team that knows they have to take care of the ball.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. Looking for Maclin, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And out now, here come the Bengals. A former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down following the run. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because it took it away, right? So now you've got them back on the heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Defense showing blitz. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Dalton once more. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So the D-line's going to spread out. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session.
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And that is incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Dalton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Dalton now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kamale Correa coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And that is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
That's complete to John Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And now here come the Ravens. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. And Dalton to throw. And he's going to go down again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. It's second down. Dalton looking. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Play action now. Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned the block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And this is Clark, Jeremy Macklin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd down, Dalton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Wormley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Dalton off play action. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with an option going left. Able to fight through one tackle. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From midfield here, Dalton. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Passing, it's Dalton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Dalton to Mixon on the check down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. So now Dalton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. Now they'll pitch it out here. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a good gain. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about
rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics...
最後の日を